July the 16th. I feel pretty greasy. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Welcome. How's everyone doing today? Yo, Parallel Baza, how's it going? It's Netrunner Thursday evening. Hey, Andre. Hey, Parallel. How's it going, Baza? Hope the week's been good to everyone. Yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a busy week, as they mostly are. It's going to continue to be that way. Also, yo, Sam, time for the best stream. Cheers, bud. How you doing? Also, Chris, happy Thursday to you as well. We got a stream tonight. Not going to be a very tightly scripted stream, not like they usually are, I guess, but it's the beginning of Continental season, which is really exciting. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about, a bit of housekeeping. Cook, how's it going? I'm going to fade that music off. We also got the last piece of our audio equipment, so hopefully the audio is sounding okay. I'll review it myself, I guess, on the stream, but hopefully it's a bit better. RTX voice, kind of really good. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I want to start with some bookkeeping stuff in terms of what's going on in the next couple weeks. So firstly, if you don't know, it is the Continental season starting. Firstly, Nisei has some call for volunteers for people that want to do commentary, people who are going to stream their own games. I think a really important part about this, I'm not going to undervalue this stuff. If you want to get involved, do check it out. They're going to be streaming from their official Twitch channel. There's 3 Continentals, 3 weekends in a row. There is Asia Pacific, there is Europe, and there is Americas. So you can join whichever one you want. It's not necessary you have to be in that area. You can only enter one though. And everything is going to be streamed on twitch.tv/Project Nisei. So get involved. Another really cool thing about this article is there's new art here that we've never seen before. So we'll see where that goes. RTX voice hype, yeah, right? Baza says, are you going to be streaming Continentals? Has that been firmed up yet? It's like 90% firmed. I don't know exactly what I can say because I don't want to say anything that's not confirmed, but I know that Nisei is working with some community streamers. Vesper is definitely involved. I'm definitely involved. I feel like what it looks like is I'm going to be most involved in the North Americas. I will definitely be dropping into some of the other streams. The first stream that this voice will be in on. So let's talk about the stream schedule. Tickets on sales now. So the first is this weekend's the Asia Pacific Continentals. That starts basically, well, technically Saturday and Sunday, but for us here in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, this is about 12 hours ahead. So it's technically Friday and Saturday going into Sunday. I will be dropping in for some of the the finals, which will technically be here Saturday evening at around 11, going into like 3 or 4. We'll see how long we can last because it's pretty late. It's pretty unfortunate time zone. I don't want to keep the neighbors up all night, I suppose. Europe again is the next weekend, and after that's Americas. We'll try and be commentating for all of American Continentals if that's a possibility. We'll be dropping in for European if we can, if time allows. But everything will be streamed. This is very important. Everything will be streamed on Project Nisei's channel, so you want to follow that. I want to ask Nisei what they're doing in terms of VODs, if they have a YouTube channel or somewhere else to dump stuff, because I don't think Twitch is the best place to watch a VOD, let alone have a community and like comment and stuff like that. Well, what we're going to do on this channel is before we go live, either for North America, for Europe, for the Asia Pacific second day at least, is I'm going to stream on this channel. We're just going to have like a stream lobby for about half an hour, maybe an hour, just to talk about things. Maybe if it's the second day, to recap the first day. And then once Project Nisei is live, I'm going to cut the stream. On Twitch, we're going to raid Project Nisei, so that will push everybody who's watching into their chat room, into their channel. YouTube's a bit unfortunate. We have nothing to do, so I'll just kind of post like, go to Project Nisei, twitch.tv/Project Nisei. But the idea is that if you're subscribed to this channel, you will get an alert. We will stream for like half an hour before, and then we'll be pushed into the big tournament. So hopefully that's another way to get a lot of people in to watch this because Project Nisei's channel is a bit younger, and they need to get them followers up. So I'm really excited. We're going to see some really cool Netrunner. It's also like really wild because, again, you don't have to be within that area to compete in that region. So we might see some of the top European players, the top Americas players playing in Asia Pacific, or we'll see in the inverse. So it's pretty cool. The big question is, and this always happens, is whether some of the more competitive players will wait till a later date so they can see how the meta looks like, or does that mean that the first tournament, the Asia Pacific tournament, will have like a weaker field? That's obviously a bit of a dumb sentence considering it's Continentals, but I think you understand a bit what I mean. I'm really excited. I don't think the meta is anywhere near solved, and seeing what like people are probably brewing behind closed doors is going to be really exciting. So I'm on board. Again, all this stuff you can watch on Project Nisei's channel. channel, and we'll be doing some commentary. We're not going to be streaming this on our channel. We will be doing some sort of raid thing. So that's largely it. Hey, Jankovus, what's up? Happy Thursday. You and comms for Continentals? Yeah, definitely. I need to just, like, before I say anything definitively, I will follow up with Nisei. I know we've been in conversations, and they said I'll definitely be more involved in North Americas, in the Americas, not North Americas, Americas. So that's gonna be cool. That's a couple weekends away, and I'll definitely be dropping in the other stuff. Definitely some top Europeans in Asia Pacific confirmed. Ooh, Cook, can you talk about any of that? Is that public? Do people want to say where they're going, or is that like kind of, you know, under the cover of night or whatever? Looking forward to seeing what comes out. Lots of people cooking up stuff. Yeah, I have no doubt. It's obviously a pretty wide meta. We had the new ban list 2006, which is not even a month old at this point. So really exciting to see what happens. It's going to be fun for sure. Also, I don't have a link for this because I've not been doing my due diligence to set this up, but this Tuesday, we've been classically, Roberto's been running GNKs here in Montreal. They're online. We're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to run this tournament. So if you're available at 6:45, basically starting at 7, registration is 6:45, and you want to play 3 rounds of organized play with mostly Montreal folks, some nice people from Ottawa, maybe even Toronto, drop on in. You just have to join our Discord. I think I've shown a link a couple times on stream. Let me just pull it up. And it's totally free of charge. There's no prize support. Just hang out. And that will be 6:45 this Tuesday to 7 o'clock, 3 rounds. Goes to around 11-ish, 10:30, 11. So if you want to get some training in for Continentals, maybe it's a cool party to drop by. I will be streaming that. I won't be playing, so we'll actually stream it live, and we'll be doing commentary, and that should be fun. It's a good time to get some practice in, maybe see what some competitive decks look like if you want to play for Continentals. Let me just pull up the link for the MTL Netrunner Discord. We're doing this all in Discord. So I'm just going to edit the invite link, expire never, 1 billion uses, generate new link, copy. The link is this. Ooh, it's the same one. I'm gonna just put this into bigger, and then I'm gonna paste this into the chat so you can copy paste it out of there if you want. 72. Okay, so it's discord.gg/W8 capital F capital Y capital B lowercase g capital S, and you can jump in if you want. Yo, Leopold, how's it going? 6:45 Eastern Standard. Thank you. Not for me to say, says Cook. I've spoken to a few people at least. Yeah, cool. That makes sense. I totally get it. Anyways, so this Tuesday, if you want to get in, I got to make a Facebook event. I'm not very big on Facebook, so that's been kind of something I've been pushing off, but we'll be playing some games this Tuesday if you'd like. Also, it's going to be a stream, so it'll be a VOD and everything. If you want to just watch it, it'll be there as well. But do check that out. I threw that link into the 2 chats if you want. I think that's all our bookkeeping for this week, but it's going to be like a pretty busy month. Every weekend, you got top tier Netrunner to be watched on twitch.tv/Project Nisei. I really want to know if Nisei's going to start a YouTube channel so they can get these VODs somewhere, because I don't even know if these will last forever. They might disappear at some point. But, well, we'll see. Can I slip in some hype? Yeah, of course. It'd be a pleasure. All the hype, please. Otherwise, how's everyone else doing? It's still hot as heck. We've kept power on here consistently for a while now, which has been a plus. Since the last stream, we've lost power twice more, but it looks like they kind of nailed it. It feels like it was infrastructure problem, like something actually had to be replaced, and it's hard to do that without losing power at other points. But we're back up and running, which is really good, just in time for a Continental season, which is probably, you know, a good time to get good power, good mic, good stuff. Today is going to be a loose show. We are just going to be trying some decks. We want to basically see what looks good before Continentals, just so if we do end up doing commentary, we don't look like dumb. We are going to play this deck list of the week. We played it on Sunday and it was pretty fun, so we're gonna try it out again. Cook says grudge match next Thursday. Details on Netrunner Dorks, which is the Facebook page you can join. It's Cooker versus Cook_Ed, and that's Cook Ed. That's Cook in Twitch chat. That's awesome. What does that look like? That's really cool. Patchbeard Pirate on YouTube. Hey Andre, love your streams. Thanks so much for the Netrunner content. Cheers. Thanks so much for the kind words. Glad it's been finding you well. Thanks for dropping in, eh? Sam says, so we're playing Shaper then? Is Shaper, like, what do people think? Does Shaper look like the faction to beat? I feel like Shaper might be, but people aren't posting lists. I feel like just Anarch and Criminal are still really good. Grim says there's a Nisei YouTube channel. They said they were uploading the BLM stream to it. Oh, no way. How's it going, Grim? That's really good. Let's see what we can find. This is SMC. That's self-modifying code. Trace 5. This is everybody else. So maybe they do have a channel. Maybe it's just not up yet. I'll talk to the Nisei team and see what they can do about it. Oh, they do have a vid channel. Okay, fantastic. The last stream was 8 months ago. Yeah, okay. Well, they just have to get that up and running, and it's a good place to go. If they need help, we can definitely help them out. Prizes include a meal for 2 at my restaurant. Ooh, where is that? Sam says, I've only faced off against 419 and Rebirth Val lately. I think those are going to be well represented in the tournament. I think Val is still pretty good. Val has always been good, and now with 0, Val kind of gets that card draw that is Hoshiko's kind of strength right now. The 50 card deck matters a bit less right now without Kakugo and like Breach Dome and more grind decks. But I feel like there is going to be, like there always is going to be asset spam decks at the top table in this meta, and having that one bad pub, 1 credit per run is huge. So good against controlling the message. RP, Blue Sun, not Blue Sun, Gagarin doesn't exist anymore. Asa group, like that's so valuable that I could see it. And 419 is also really good. 419 is just very good against, you get a 419 down, 1 bad publicity, even if you can get it, but you play a Citadel Sanctuary. Oh my god, CTM can be so easy if you like. Yo, Stoppable, how's it going? Cooked Ed is in the UK, but if anyone wants a holiday to the UK, I'm sure I could arrange putting them up. Oh, that's super kind. That's awesome. How do we watch this grudge match? Parallel says I'm not going to be holidaying to the UK for quite some time. Yeah, it's a bit difficult right now. Hopefully everyone's doing okay with that. Traveling as an American is impossible, right? I don't think they let Americans into places anymore. Okay, oh, sorry, I hit the mic. This is CTZ's Bop It deck, which is a really fun deck that draws up heavily by playing multiple copies if you want a beach party, and then once your hand size is hecka jacked, you can play game day and draw up a lot. From there, we're basically transferring our cards into multi-axis with Severnius Stim Implants. It's cool, it's fun, you gotta win with this. You can run out of gas. Excuse me, I just ate dinner. You can run out of gas if you run out of cards. This deck does have some cool tricks with buffer drive to get some longevity. You have triple labor rights for that recursion and targeted recursion, because specifically the economy in this deck is kind of limited. We played 1 game with this on Sunday and got pretty lucky in some ways to close the game out. Without cards like, I guess you can't play Mad Dash classically with Severnius Stim Implants, but without cards like Peace in Our Time, not Peace in Our Time, Freedom Through Equality, you actually have to steal the 3 agendas out of 3-point decks, and that can be pretty difficult, but it's still pretty fun. This is also really good HQ pressure. Turntable can help a lot. Economy is pretty thin across the deck. Now you can recur Peace in Our Times pretty aggressively. Issue is stim hack. You can't really stim hack during the run that you're Severnius Stim implanting, so you're kind of encouraged to stim hack other centrals or for other runs just to get your breakers onto the table. And then once you're running, maybe you end up spending 9 credits for a run, but at the end of the day, you're accessing maybe 6 cards, which is pretty good. You gotta watch out for snares. Obokatas can be a bit tricky. Just keep cards in hand and you're off to the races. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, Leopold says CTZ made a sports metal deck. Yeah, I want to try it. It's really hard to tell with Cortez's decks whether they're like full memery or like whether they're pretty good. This one is fascinating, and I wanted to try it right after. It's basically just a straight fast advance deck in sports metal, and it does some really neat things. Like it's playing the Mega Pre-Qualifier and Vitruvius, so it's a lot of 2-pointers and Vacherons, which it's like a pseudo Global Food Initiative, but you don't care if they steal it. Sorry, I keep hitting the microphone. Got a Merger, which is good fun. But the biggest thing is like triple Biotic, double Audacity, Archive Memories, all the clearances, really fast stuff. And I think one of my favorite things is Echo Chamber, which if you can Biotic out an Echo Chamber, it is technically a point that the runner can't steal, which is really cool when you're running a deck with all 2-pointers. This is sometimes a 1-pointer, I guess. It looks fast. Is it Titan good? Titan fast? I don't know. I doubt it. It has a bit more robust suite and I guess a couple more options, but it looks fun. See you 2nd place at Continental. That's good enough. You can RLC an Echo Chamber, which is so cool. Oh yeah, that's actually a really good point too. Red level clearance, you can clicklessly install a non-agenda. So you can install like an Echo Chamber. That card is really good if you do play Titan Fast Advance, because you can RLC down some Rococo's reconstruction contracts to get fast advances out. You can actually do some pretty compelling stuff where you can fast advance out like you can fast advance 5/3s if you're really, really good at it. But yeah, this is kind of neat. That's a 4 influence include if you just want to get points out. Titan FA deck. Tataki, how's it going? Yeah, this seems interesting. This seems flexible. We're definitely going to try it. We're just going to play this one first. This also has a lot of different ways you can build it. Like the idea they can draw massively, like with this sort of engine, is really cool with cards like Faust. Now, this deck doesn't use Faust because it's counterintuitive to the idea that you want to use your cards for something else. But the idea that we talked about on Sunday is maybe taking this sort of like beach game day party engine, and then putting it into a Faust deck, and then playing cards like Fear the Masses, and being able to like quickly draw into multiple copies and then recur them, and always have like an HQ run that trashes 4 or 5 is probably pretty good. I'd imagine that to be quite okay. So that's definitely worth looking into. Oh, Cook destroying a Facebook link. Okay, this is probably for the grudge match. Hold on, I'm just gonna open this. I don't think I'm signed in. Yeah, okay. Is this the group? Oh, this is the Netrunner Dorks group. I wonder if someone asked. Thanks for the shout out, of course. So we're not gonna be able to see it today, but it's in here. The Cook versus Cooked grudge match. Whose face is that, by the way? I don't actually know. All right, let's jump into it. I think we're logged into JNet. 14 games today. We have it CTZ Bobbit Extreme. I don't think we made any changes. We're off to the races. I ate dinner really quickly before this, and I'm hoping it turns out okay. I also feel like the camera is like slightly too high. I feel like there's a bit too much headroom, and I guess I'll jack the chair up. Nailed it. Perfect. That's art. That's Wayland. Jack Wayland has a big tendency to play classically like Wayland, punitive decks, government takeover decks, kind of the slow, bigger stuff. Titan Transnational, that might be fast. I don't know whether we're fast enough. I feel like I'm sitting on a high chair. That chat message didn't go through. We said best of luck, have fun. That's worrying. Oh, that's not good. Did we disconnect already? Oh, that's not good. Okay. We might want to wait a second here. Opening hand, no real disruption. I don't think this deck has turn 1 disruption though. We don't have like Wanton or anything. So we basically want to get into our Severnius Stim implants as soon as possible, and then try to lock the top of R&D. Even if you like see 2-3 cards, it takes them a turn to draw past it. Peace in Our Time is probably playable only turn 1, if at all. Giving them money is a bit of a bummer if they're on Biotic. I think we're gonna have to disconnect though, unfortunately. Where's the stream still good, right? It looks like it's okay. We rejoin. We have internet here, right? Purple background is great, by the way. Hey, glad you like it. We have pretty good control over the lights here. Oh, hey. Bork. All right, so opening hand, we have a Chronotype. I've had worse. Turntable is a very strong card in the matchup, one of the best. It forces them to use their tokens pretty quickly. It lets you trade foods if you get them. Hostiles are pretty good too. MK Ultra is probably the least relevant breaker. Sometimes they are on a single copy of Guard. I think we can mulligan this for better. That's probably comparable, if not worse. Turntable is a really good card. Yeah, Turntable will be clutch. Unfortunately, we did mulligan that. We were really looking for like game day or party just to be able to draw up a lot, and Severnius Stim implants. Like all Severnius Stim implants is whole hand to see the top 4 or 3, I guess. We also have to watch out because sometimes these Titan decks are hard hitting news, and we don't respect that. I guess we can start with Peace in Our Time. We want to really draw aggressively. We are Quetzal. We could face check. Wayland kept their hand, which is scary. We can't run this turn. So we can draw once again to throw out 2 breakers. We have game day, so if we ever dump our hand, we can at least draw up, which is nice. And we have access to our 2 most important breakers, probably, like Whoredoms, Afshars for Orchestra. Afshar is not brilliant, and Paperclip's okay. Admittedly, we do have the Quetzal ability, and they're advancing ice. That looks like Trickle Light if we've ever seen it. I think we can now not worry about hard-hitting news and just face check HQ and see how things go. Ed, how's it going? There you go. That's an Cat. That's fantastic. We will encounter that. They can gain a credit and advance this to 3, which can be pretty scary. And then we'll just Quetzal the end the run. We always could have installed a breaker and broke this for 2 credits. But this with 3 now actually can be pretty terrifying. A Mouseless with 3 subroutines or a Horton with 3 subroutines is pretty good. Pow, how's it going? Just drop by before going to bed. Have fun. 3 a.m. Hey, thanks for dropping by. Get some good sleep, eh? I'll see you in the VOD, hopefully. Uh-oh. I don't know. Is our connection really bad? Our connection's really bad. Our connection to the stream seems good. It seems like a JNet thing. Oh, that's not good. Has anybody been playing JNet today and having issues? We access the macrophage. That's an interesting inclusion. They're gonna have to spend link on it to hey, it keeps freezing. To keep us out, which is not amazing, but it definitely deals with Clot, which is a problem for them. Deals with Amaku as well, which is pretty good. We want to make sure we face check with at least some amount of money so we can break through the Black Orchestra. So we're just gonna draw into our combo pieces. All right. We're not going to need the gene conditioning shops, and we probably don't need another labor rights. Grim says I had some issues today. Okay. Cook, though, says no issues all day. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if it depends on who you're playing against, or it's just your connection to the JNet server. Actually, I have no idea how this works. Icing up everything. That's a bit slower than you'd think. We could piece here. They haven't scored a hostile or anything. I think we just really want to find our adjusted chronotype and our beach party. Yeah, I'll give them more. They only have 9 credits. If they res a piece of ice, it's pretty expensive for them. And we know one of these is a macrophage. Okay, we have the party. So we can draw up once more. It's a bit redundant to draw up once more once we're going to game day out next 2 clicks. So drawing here is a bit lame. You just click for a credit. We probably shouldn't have drawn the last click anyways. We should have just installed this. We were drawing for chronotype. Because we were going to draw 5 for 2 clicks. Now we're only drawing 4 for 2 clicks. Which is like diesel draw, I guess. Alright, draw to a hedge fund. They're going to have to throw out 2 cards here. Checking archives might be okay. We'll game day. Alright, so we found the chronotype. That's our whole turn? Oh yeah, because of Beach Party. And now we can actually play double Beach Party. We can't play double chronotype, but we can play the whole game with 15 cards in our hand and only take 3 clicks, which might be huge, right? Like if we just lock the top 14 cards of R&D, I don't know how they're ever going to win. This is weird for a Titan deck. This is strange. All right. I honestly think we could play the second Beach Party because we have 2 game days in our hand. It seems really good, and we'll just dump as many cards as we can to get the maximum amount of draw. Just credit? We get the draw for free anyways, so I guess we might as well credit. And then once we draw up a lot, we can basically just throw down the Sophronius implants. We're likely to draw, then we can't run that turn. We also can just flush out all of HQ, which seems quite fair. We have another game day to recover. It's either lock R&D or lock all of HQ, and if they're not scoring out, locking R&D might be better. If they score an Alice token though, huh. Game day, okay, that's huge. Now we can do this to see more of our hand. This makes it a lot easier. From here, we don't have a Sovereignius stim implants, which is a bummer. 2 in the bottom 17. We have an Ice Carver, which doesn't matter too much. It matters a bit against Mouseless. It doesn't save any credits on Aket. It doesn't save anything on guard either. Well, that's a bummer. Maui, what's up? A friend just asked me what day was Canada Day. I saw the Twitch notification on my phone and said every Thursday Canada Day. Yeah. How's it going? Alright, I guess we just keep drawing. I don't know. Oh, that's the end of our turn, but we have to discard 2. So we can get our killer in there. We in theory don't want to throw out. We have 1 of each, which is good enough. So let's throw out something that we don't think we're gonna need. I don't think we're gonna need the Quanju. It's not the worst. Trick says Wayland is a pretty solid player. Interesting to see what they're up to. Yeah, they do some weird stuff for sure. All right, so it's a hostile. We got bad pub. That's gonna go pretty far. We also didn't draw into our turntable. We could moshing here. It's not that much better than I've had worse, because it actually removes 3 cards, and we kind of want 3 cards. We only have 3 clicks a turn. All right, so we have turntable. I think we can go for singles now. We also have the buffer drive, which is probably worth playing. Man, our two Severniuses are in the bottom 11. I don't know whether we can win off singles or not. Sam says keep an eye on Chronotype. It was playing the other day and it kept triggering off of base abilities. Really? Double hostile, that's good to score against turntable. Too bad pub will go pretty far here. Well, I've had worse. The final one, we have our Severnius. And I think we just Severnius here. With 14 credits, is there a big chance that that's enough? We have 16 with bad publicity. We have Quetzal's ability. If we install this, it's 369. Yeah, YOLO, right? YOLO. We could definitely stim hack first. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we can put 1 card on the bottom of our deck. I don't know if it matters too much. I guess we are going to shuffle. We'll put a piece in. We'll shuffle with labor rights. So I just don't know if 16 credits is enough. It seems good with Quetzal's ability. It's an Eli. Okay, so we could Quetzal one of those abilities to save a credit. It's probably not worth it. I don't think it's actually worth it. There's a big chance that this is actually an Aket. And this only saves 1 credit, while if it's an Aket, it saves 4 credits. So I'd rather just do this. 9 credits might not be enough. Yeah, there you go. It's an Aket. So that's why we didn't use our Quetzal ability on this, because we can only break 1 subroutine on this thing, and that's going to save us a lot of money. It'll save us 4 instead of saving 1. So we can only break 1 subroutine. And now we're going to access 8 cards. You don't save a credit actually because you boost the clip anyways. Oh yeah, you're right. We wouldn't even save any money. Because we have to boost 3. Yeah, the strength. It's a red level clearance. Okay, dedication ceremony, audacity, Aket, Oak-10. We were not going to flip that. Atlas, red level clearance, reconstruction contract. That's fine. Okay, so I think we know the next 5 cards now. So we probably want to flesh out all of HQ. We didn't see anything that suggested hard-hitting news or any meat damage, so we're pretty okay. They also don't have an Atlas token, so they can't like shuffle. Second ice on R&D. I forgot what all those cards were. If we were playing a tournament, we would have written it down. And actually running archives to some extent matters, because they might have something in there. So we only have 3 clicks. We'll game day the rest of our deck. And now it's... we can't access that many. So the next 4 cards we know. Again, this only costs 3 credits to run, 1 with bad publicity. I think we need to check out archives, but we also want to check out all of HQ. I think we have to like triple labor rights. Ooh, I wonder what's worth playing here. I think we just stim hack archives. Red level clearance. Okay, they drew 2, so now the only top card I think we know, and I think it's a construction contract. And they have a dedication in hand. So flushing out HQ here seems sane. The question is whether 12 credits, 2 with bad pub is enough. Icing up archives. They probably have something in there. So they have a dedication, they have a Rikoko. So running HQ here seems pretty reasonable. And scoring the hostiles early is really good for them against turntable. So we could run HQ, we could throw out 8 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is all besides a labor rights, to see all of HQ. The question is whether that's enough. Now, if we eat the short gamble, we have 1 credit fewer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't you toss 14 for 7 + 1 axes and stole 2 agendas? So you should know an extra card, but I wasn't paying too much. I might be goofing it. So we threw out, I don't know, we could check the log. We might know 1 more. But I think we want to check all of HQ. I just don't know what would be in there. Foods and maybe like they're on Oaktown, not new construction, which is weird. I just don't know whether we have enough to go for that. Like we have to keep the labor rights. We know one of these is the, what's it called? Probably the macrophage, which is a trace. It's not that we have Link, but like they have more money than us. So they could in theory dump into the trace. And then we'd be in a bad spot. So I feel like we have to access all but 1 card. Maybe we do peace here. Yeah, we can peace here and just start like labor rightsing. So we'll put in labor rights, and what else is good? Game day is not gonna be amazing. It's probably okay though. We drew labor rights. So this trashes 3, so we want to actually draw 2. So I think we'll draw 1. And so now we can run HQ if they don't score it, and we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not gonna work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can see 4 cards out of HQ. We can see all but 1. Now they definitely broke an R&D lock. They used the first to draw 2, so it doesn't look like they're gonna Rococo at this turn. We also can check archives. Like they must have thrown out something, but they've been installing ice pretty heavily. So in their hand, it would either be like the operations, agendas, or the ice, and they've been jamming the ice. So their hand could easily just be all the like combo operations and maybe one agenda. I don't think they've had to throw out agendas. They might throw out an early food. We haven't seen a preemptive, and I think if there's agendas and archives, they would have played a preemptive by now, and they might have just broken lock to hit a preemptive. Yo, Marc Andre, how's it going? They draw 2 cards, and then they can think. So this card, they can choose their options. They don't have to choose them up front. So they can draw 2 cards, see what they have, and then decide like, okay, we'll get in a click back, and now we can biotic out an Atlas, something like that. The other option we have is just saying like, F it, and just running R&D. And we could throw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and see 5 cards again. I don't think we have a big chance of winning on a 5 card Jacob R&D, but it'll lock him again for a while, unless they score an Atlas with a token. Eon says, I'm so glad Kayambe is banned now. Advanceable Ice is a lot less oppressive. I feel it. I don't know though. How many people have just played wall to wall in its place? Like, does that not seem good enough? I do agree though. Like that early where you get the Kayambe up and you're like, okay, well that remote is dead to me now. That doesn't happen as much. Man, a lot more people have been playing a cat in like Wayland, specifically. I mean Titan, and it's because it's kind of like a border control, not like a border control. It's kind of like a pop-up window. It's pretty cute. Feel like someone took a steel brush to my brain. COVID test. Oh, how long do you have to wait for that? IPO? This is wild. They're in 27 credits. That's pretty good for the macrophage. This ice can't be macrophage, right? They manually advance it as well. I think we're just gonna go all in on this one. Yeah, whatever. We definitely could have checked HQ. I just feel like we don't have that many. Oh yeah, we put one to the bottom. I guess labor rates. Titan FA. Okay, so that's the mouse list. So the 3 damage here would be lethal. So this is the one that Ice Carver actually would have helped us against. So install Black Orchestra. This, we have to break all of it, so it's going to be 9. Otherwise, we could give them 3 credits and to save 3 credits. Three credits to save 3 credits. Nah, whatever. 2 to 4 days. Cool. Was that something that was mandated, or you will opted into that? So in Montreal, they opened bars a couple of weeks ago, and now they've been having huge numbers of people. They basically told anyone who went to a bar in the last couple of weeks to go get themselves tested, and so the queues, from my understanding, are so absurdly long. Border control Atlas, that's good. No, Colossus, hedge fund, preemptive. Okay, so that's a preemptive. So now checking archives before the next couple turns seems relevant. We're also on game point. What did we say? We saw Colossus, which is pretty wild for a Titan deck. I didn't pay enough attention. We saw preemptive later down. I think we just click for 2. Or we could draw 2. I think we click 2 because we just need to check archives before they draw the preemptive. You let them gain 3 if you're, so it's more valuable to you. I think we should have let them gain 3. I think you're right, Janktivist. I think our money's more valuable than them having 27 or 24 means no difference to us. Us having 13 or 10, though, that does matter. Fate-checking.cat, place advancement counter on Atlas. Yo, what's up, Sid? Draw. So I think they just have the preemptive now. We might be 1 turn too short. I did not do a good job. I'm not doing a good enough job tracking. And they're icing up archives, so I think there might be something in there. If they punitive us, that'd be hilarious. Yo, Chenchling. Yeah, we would totally been absolutely destroyed by that. But it looks like we're okay. So I think we just want to basically labor rights for a stim hack. And then stim hack archives. Oh, that's a border control though, so it's not amazing. Oh, beans. Joseph, what's up? Hello from Norway. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Okay, we're in an awkward situation. We definitely need to draw up twice. And I guess we'll labor right. So what do we want to bring back? Stimhack's okay, but they do have a border control in archives, which is, you know, something. Eventually this becomes unplayable when you don't have cards in our hand. We can't bring back too much else. Sure, Gamble seems okay. Peace seems fine too. This is probably better for us. What else do we bring back? This deck was considering isolation too, and isolation would be a pretty good recur here. Like, we don't need the hand size, and playing that card right now would be pretty good. I mean, maybe just peace? Yeah, maybe just peace seems fine. I don't know what they can do with the money. Aaron says 3x Stimhack. Yo, what's up, Aaron? Yeah, I think you might be right. Like, we have to win off singles. They just drew the preemptive if I'm not mistaken. And we could have done Stimhack onto archives twice. So yeah, maybe Stimhack is actually a bit better than peace, because I don't think we can use the money for anything anymore besides runs. Wall-to-wall allows advancements, sure, but wall-to-wall doesn't cost you 8 to 10 credits to get into. No, it definitely doesn't. There's a preemptive. That's a huge bummer. Now, there is like some mind game play here where they're preemptive, but they actually keep an agenda in archives. Like, they don't preemptive only agendas. The fact that there's 14 left in R&D. We got 2 Atlases too, which is good. That's the only one that's like really easy to fast advance besides maybe the 3rd hostile. It's a bummer. Mark Andre says colleague was exposed, sister's a nurse, and despite the fact that he's tested negative, the city of MTL still mandates a test. Oh, that's a bummer. Alright, well, peace. I mean, if they preemptive, you can go into R&D again. It's shuffled. Yeah, we just can't see too many. So if we don't play this piece, we can draw, thinking. Like, you're totally right. We could go in here. This costs us 6. This is 7, 8, 9. So for 9 credits, we can go in. So we actually could do draw, and then just run and hopefully win. Because you're right, they probably preempted in agendas, but the big brain play is to preemptive non-agendas in, because we're not going to run archives, and then we want to run R&D more. But I think we just do draw, and then C3. I just want to make stake. This is 6 if they gain 3. This is 7, 8, 9, and this is free. Yeah, we can do it. This deck is so one-minded. It's great. And like, we could always pressure HQ. There's probably like a food in there or something. Oh yeah, we gotta put one back. Cute. Davidus, yo David, how's it good? Good to see you looking well, Andre. Prepping hard for the big event. Yeah, we're gonna do some testing for sure. How you doing? What are you expecting? Are you involved at all? As somebody on Nisei, what are you looking forward for in Continentals? So we're not gonna break all of it. So we'll not take the damage. That'll be lethal. We should have gave them 3 before. We would have had 3 more credits now, which would have been way better. They could have been on 25 or 28 here. It doesn't really change anything. Man, Quetzal's ability has been getting pretty good mileage. So 3 cards. Here we go. Trickle Light, no surprise. We saw them advancing turn 1. That makes sense. IPO, Audacity. They might just be in agenda in archives. I think we have to go check. What is this card? I think it's a Stimhack we put back. Okay. All right. 16 cards left in R&D. It's a Rococo, right? Because they need to score like food from hand, so they need to do like install advanced reconstruction contract or install reconstruction. So I don't think we trashed that one. Stimhack, you canary? What do you mean? I think now we triple Stimhack. But the problem is, like, at the end of the game, you can only Stimhack so many times because the Stimhacks will trash the Stimhacks. Alright, so double Stimhack. I don't think we ever play Gamble. I don't think we play anything else that's not Stimhack. Okay. So we know the next 2 cards. They're probably going to score out here. We probably can just do draw. Then we can Stimhack archives twice in a row. Or single draw, excuse me. I don't know. I feel like there might just be stuff in archives. We also could just Stimhack HQ. But I think they only have 1 or 2 agendas in here, and they're going to score one out. Yeah, the reconstruction contract, so the double dedication. They have an Audacity in hand now. David's saying, honestly, the new meta is still a bit of a wild wonderland to me. The MWL team did a great job shaking things up. Intrigued to see what sweet stuff Intrepid deck builders come up with. Heck yeah. All right, so Trickle Light plus dedication ceremony is going to score out that global food initiative that's probably been enhanced since turn 1. Now, if we have the money, we could check HQ and see all of it. Chad, do you think there's something in archives? I feel like there is. I feel like there's something in archives. They're on game point and they have the, like, we have to do something this turn because they have the Audacity in hand. So if there's not double border control here, that we know there's at least probably a single. We could do stim hack. No, we can't do that. We have to stim hack and hope it doesn't hit the stim hack. And if it does hit the stim hack, we have to draw. I'm just stim hacking archives. We also could stim hack HQ. This is a border control. They could like instantly pop it. Audacity won't help. They won't have enough cards. Oh, that's true, actually. You're right. They won't. They could have just fired this immediately. They're going to make us spend a bit more money. We have, again, 11 credits with stim hack and bet publicity. That's a lot. Do they stim hack us? Or border control us? They do. Buffer drive helps the stim hack gets hit with the brain. That's true. That is very true. I totally forget about this. So now we have to draw stim hack again. Or if we wait till next turn, we have another stim hack. Do we wait to preserve a stim hack? No. Definitely could have. Nothing. Salad. So they threw a 1 Audacity. It looks like they lost an Afshar and a Macrophage. It's probably another Afshar on HQ, or it just wasn't worth the time and money. I should have kept this open at the same time to see what they flip. Okay, well, this could be it. Again, Audacity, they can't do it, but if they have Biotic Labor, they could do it. So draw. Now Audacity's a real threat. And we only have 3 credits. Top of R&D is clean. Squeaky clean. We could go check that and hope we win. We know we probably just run R&D, right? We're going to get no more value off of what's it called? Firstly, turntable, it doesn't matter. Anything we score wins unless they're on, I don't know, like showdown or face off, whatever it's called. Face off, I think. We know this is 6 credits. This is 7, 8, 9. Do we even have enough credits to do this? We can't even run R&D, can we? Buffer the stim hack back? Ooh, that's good. I think we're going to lose anyways. Like, we might as well brain damage ourselves. So, like, we can either run here, and then I don't think we have another second run. So it's either run here and risk it all on a stim hack that would be lethal, or we could draw once more. Standoff, thank you. Showdown. Face off. Like, we could draw once here and then stim hack our last card, or stim hack here, because I think if we don't get this, we still lose. They need to find the last Atlas. Nah, we might as well just take a shot here. Dope, what's up? Time to use Buffer Drive for 1 card? Yeah, I keep forgetting Buffer Drive recurs as a card. It's obviously one of the most interesting things. So this is 9, this is 10, 11, 12. They're just going to let us break everything. I don't think any of this stuff matters. Yeah, we're not going to spend real money, are we? No, I think they win this turn anyways. No! Face Off won a movie? Haven't seen it yet. John Travolta, Steven, how's it going? Oof. They don't have it! Oh no! Alright, we have no more cards. We only have 3 clicks a turn. They iced up this with something. They have a dedication and an Audacity in hand. They have a lot of credits. I don't think we have a play besides click 3. If we hit a mouseless and we can't break it, we die, even if it's not triple advanced. So, do we have to click to 5? Yeah, I think we do. I think we have like maybe one shot. Maybe we have one shot on HQ. I think we can risk it, right? Andre, what's your favorite Nick Cage movie? I don't even know if I've seen that many Nick Cage films. What are good Nick Cage films? That's a loaded question. I feel like I've seen. Okay, wait, hold on. I think we have to just risk an HQ run here. I think I've seen National Treasure on an airplane. It was as good as National Treasures ought to be. Face Off sounds like a dope agenda. Nick Cage and John Travolta on the art, obviously. Con Air, I've never seen Con Air. Bad Lieutenant, I don't even know that. Gotta be The Rock. Oh yeah, I've seen The Rock. Rock is fun. All right, this is fine. Yeah, I've seen The Rock when I was like a teenager, and that was like cool. Forget Nick Cage is in that. Yeah, Rock is Connery. I remember Connery a lot more. And I always think The Rock is in The Rock. All right, we could die here to Mouseless. Double Afshar. What does it mean? Wait, no. Oh, we're short 1 credit. Piss. We're short 1 credit. Literally 1 credit. Woof. Adaptation. I haven't seen The Wicker Man. Wait, is Nick Cage in one of those ones where they're selling Bibles? Or am I making up a totally different movie? Paper Moon? Is that a fan? Yeah. Raising Arizona I haven't seen either. I'm 99% sure that Nick Cage that it's Nick Cage and not John Travolta. Mandy? I don't know what Mandy is. Okay, we had a chance there. We were 1 credit short. That is what? That's the Hostel. That's not GG. I think this is a Nick Cage movie where they're selling Bibles. I'm totally confused. All right, so they still have to fast advance a card out. If they draw the Alice, it's really easy. We have 0 credits to our name. This server here costs us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not really a play besides Crick for credits. What a weird Titan game. Oh, yeah, I've seen a bit of Ghost Rider. It was fucking terrible. What were they thinking? All right, there you go, Trigger Light. They had it. They had so many options out. If they have double Trigger Light, they can score at the 4-2. It's weird that they're on Oaktown, considering the other one fast advances itself, new construction. But it looks like they can Glacier out a bit more. A good game. 8 cards left in Titan. Doesn't happen too much. Wow. Run the remote. Are you gonna play The Last of Us Part 2? No, not really. I didn't like or finish The Last of Us Part 1 really, and The Last of Us Part 2, I don't know. I know it's a very divisive thing. I kind of would be interested in playing it at some point, but time and how violent it is doesn't seem to resonate really well right now. I don't know. I didn't like the first one, I'll be honest. So I was not a game I was excited for. Yeah, maybe they're glaciery enough that they can actually like score in the remote, so the new construction seems fine. Like the remote has Colossus in it. It's really weird. Like Colossus does not really prevent fast advance or like enable fast advance. It's very expensive, but this deck has IPOs, which is also kind of strange. It's a weird list. It's like some mid-rangey fast advance thing. Hey, cheers. Oh yeah, he was in Kick-Ass. Yeah, Kick-Ass is fun. Kick-Ass is cool. The second Kick-Ass was okay too. I barely remember it. Anyone who can get 1 bad movie made in Hollywood can get 2 bad movies made in Hollywood. I feel like Nick Cage is probably a pretty hardworking dude. He seems like he's determined. He did get the Declaration of Independence back. It's actually a recursive theory. Vincent said just play through LOU 2 and my wife watched me the whole time. We have mixed feelings. I've heard, so I listened to like the Besties, which is like it's a McElroy plus Friends podcast that they do basically like a game of the week kind of like book club thing. It's pretty good. It's on Spotify. I'm not affiliated. It's a plug. I make money if you watch it. Listen to it. And they talk about the whole story, and like I'm not gonna spoil the story of Last of Us 2, but it sounds like absolute salad. Oh, Drive Angry I've heard is meant to be kind of fun. Carrot Handsome, what's up? Drive Angry is the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie that Ghost Rider couldn't be. Oh, super cool. Tataki says just started TLO US 1. So far it's good. Hey, hope you like it. Thanos, what's up? Merger, nice. Yeah, so this is another Cortez list that is up on the top of the deck list. So this is like pretty single-minded kind of fast advance. I think it's similar in some ways to Titan, but maybe has a couple more options, or maybe just slightly more ways to fast advance out. It's also like Sports Metal's ability is really cool on being able to like cheaply fast advance, but also to break R&D lock. I think that's kind of nice. Also, like the Vacherons are interesting. Like if you don't think the game's gonna last more than 10 turns, like the idea that Vacheron's gonna lose you the game is incredibly unlikely. Now you can't really score this out, but in a very fast game, this is like just having 9 points fewer in your deck. I could see this being very, very, very compelling. Merger is the one big liability you have, but only it's a one of. This deck even does have tricks. No, it doesn't really have tricks, does it? To fast advance this thing out with like a fast track if it could. I don't think it does. This looks cool. We'll give it a shot. It's been saying love the besties. Yeah, the besties have been pretty fun. This deck is very fast and very fun. I'm really excited. Joseph, I saw CTZ earlier today and saying they wanted people to vote for their janky decks as deck of the week so that you'd be forced to play them. I'm fine with that. I'm totally okay with that. What is this? This is a corp. CTZ Morthling. I don't know. Like, I feel like we've had a problem here building like really wild stuff just because I haven't had enough time to like experiment. It's always like we'll try something, but we don't polish it. I feel like CTZ does more testing than I do, which is obviously huge. And so like playing weird stuff, I'm super excited to do it, regardless of whether it's good or not. And not saying that this isn't or the other one wasn't. But that's the idea at least. Running Peller says Last of Us 2 is my current game. I'm behind the curve on finishing it. Drive Angry is one of those movies. It isn't good, but it's fun. That's like kind of par for the course for Nick, though, right? Like I feel like that he's aware that his career is like that. Maybe that's a terrible thing to say about someone who reckons they are an artist and probably is an artist. The Cage has a lot of bad but fun movies to his name. Should play the Slee Shop deck. Yeah, today we want to do a bit more like competitive testing just to get in like in the Continental's mindset to figure out what's good. So we might try like, you know, the good stuff. I don't think the Slee deck exactly is there, but I'd be excited to be told otherwise during the Continentals. Sam says the only thing I'll say about Last of Us 2 is I'm upset at the hate one of the VOs has been getting. VOs as in voiceover? What's VO? I don't always agree with them, but their collective thoughts on Last of Us 2 are pretty aligned with mine. Yeah, they also have like different thoughts, which is pretty cool. Hey, hey. Oh, cheers. It's very kind. All right, so we're playing against Az. Az doesn't really scream anything that we'd have to play around besides the fact that they are a blue card back, and so boomerang into diversion is the thing. Guard is not bypassed, which doesn't really matter for boomerang. Our opening hand is like mediocre. We don't have fast events, but we have 2 ice and we have hedge fund. I think we just want to ice HQ. I think we'll mulligan here. I'm not sure. I'm playing this week. I'll mulligan that. We could do a lot worse, like this hand. Okay, that's fine. Antoine, what's up? How's it going? You playing on Tuesday? Found Matchstick Men entertaining. Voice actors. People just mad at her because her character is mean. Yeah, I haven't been obviously participating, but I haven't even been like pretty abreast of the conversation that I know a lot of like. I heard the one actor specifically is getting a lot of targeted. Like, oh no, I don't know. It's a gendered thing too, I guess. Seems like garbage. What are you going to have to play this deck next week when it eventually gets deck of the week? Yeah, probably. That's fine. We'll be better at it. We'll have trained. All right, we're against Criminal. We definitely want to ice HQ so we don't get siphoned. I guess we can start with a red level clearance here just to kind of get going. We can draw 2 cards and see where to go from there. We basically want to build a remote. Turing is good enough for the remote, so we can get the assembly lines into Rashida combo. So here we can we'll have 2 clicks, which is not enough, or we can gain a click back, which seems better. Yeah, we'll do that. So Hagen on HQ seems fine, and then we can do Turing into the remote with advanced assembly lines into the remote, which will pre-res. And then if they don't trash this at the end of our turn, we can use advanced assembly line to install Rashida to secure Rashida. It's a really good play. David says, discovering the other day that old Nick Cage is the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola blew my mind. Wait, really? That's wild. Okay, Pat Tap, I don't think we care. They can have infinite money, and I don't think we're going to care. So we've already fired that credit a turn. So we'll do this into server 1. In theory, you could do a new remote. We'll fire this, so they'll get the 3 credits. Or their pat up will get 4 cards, 3 credits. Mandatory draw. Okay, we're off to a race. We could jam out an aggressive Vacheron, which at this point in the game seems okay. We could double ice this remote, which makes it all right. This is pretty good against like Boomerang into Diversion. We could just set up another turn here. It seems a bit slow. I don't know what like sort of HQ multi-axis is. They could definitely drop a Stargate. I don't think it's gonna be that big of an issue. They can steal this. It's fine. Got to think with portals like CTZ. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit hard. If your deck is deckless weeks, do you play your own deck? 100%. Yeah, and you take so much pride about reminding people that's your deck. I'll try to play on Tuesday. I haven't tried the new most wanted list. Oh heck yeah! Looking forward to seeing them. What you gonna brew up in that green color? Red level clearance. Install AAL. Gain click. Install advanced Vash. Install advanced the ice for the remote. Okay, Rongi said something that seemed way smarter, but we gotta like figure what this was. Red level clearance. Install the AAL to gain a click. So clicklessly install. It seemed good. Then install advanced Vacheron. AAL. Install the ice for the remote. Oh yeah, because you can install ice with this. Yeah, that's way better. They got a class act down. They're using their money pretty quickly. We can score one of these out, and by score I mean get advancements on it. Honestly, if they steal the Mega Pre-Qualifier, I think we're like totally happy with it. This is a really clumsy turn. I feel like we could just red level clearance to get the Vash the assembly line. I feel like we're not playing this anywhere near optimally. Okay, we gotta reconvene. Triple advancing this is nice so that we don't have to discard a card next turn. We always could just put this into a new remote. If they run it, they basically get the credit to trash it with Pat Tap. No, next turn we can always like, yeah, we'll be fine. We can get a credit here. Because we can triple advance this, or somewhere in that turn of advancing it, we can use red level clearance to put down an assembly line to install something into the remote. Just install the AAL, it's fine. It's not amazing. It wastes one of their click if they're running it, which is nice. But I think we can use this to basically have something to do next turn. Like if we top deck a Rashida, and we could even like double draw the Vacheron score into Rashida, I think we'd rather take the credits. But it's an option. And once we got this scored, we have to only fast advance 2 cards out, and we're in a good spot. And Criminal is not particularly good at stopping fast advance. I think the best tool they have is either embezzle or just keeping our money down with diversion or making us res ice. Vincent says, do you have to sign up for Continentals before the first ones begin, or do you sign up for your region? I don't know. You have to check Nisei.net. You can sign up for any region. It doesn't have to be yours. Their page has the signups, the tickets on sales. I don't know when the cutoff dates are. If you read this, probably you'll figure it out. I'm sorry, I don't know a bit better. I think they can get in here. I'm not convinced we care. Hagen would trash that, but then we maybe lose remote. They hit the assembly line. Oh, that's a bummer. I haven't looked into much if I want to participate. Yeah, it's pretty simple to participate. That's a drug dealer. That's really good with the class act. We lost our assembly line, but at least now we won't have to worry about overdrawing. Nick Cage family, yeah, Cage isn't exactly his birth name. Oh, we even drew the Rashida. If we had the assembly line, we could have done like the best tempo play. Score this. I guess we can still do it. No, we can't. Oh, we can't because we have to install Rashida naked. That's a bummer. Okay, well, at least we'll get this on the table. We'll gain 2. Man, if they hit any other card, we would have been able to install Rashida there. No, we wouldn't even have had to. Wait, that play is impossible. We'd have to over-install the agenda. What were we thinking? So we want to throw this one away? Like, we'd even install this in a remote so they can steal it. Naked? I don't think we want a naked Rashida. We could naked this, but, like, you can't install this with AAL. Man, cards like this, I miss, what's it called? I really do miss subliminal messaging. I like that card a lot. Skapon also, how's it going? All right, so they're getting class act triggers not only on their turn, but also on the drug dealer turn. This is a connection, so they install it for free as well with Az's ability. We haven't checked how good Az's ability has been so far this game. I think it's only been 2 credits of savings. Turning wheel coming down, that can be an issue. Encourages us to get an ice on R&D. Go faster, more turbo? Yeah, we got it. We really do. Oh, okay. Merger. That's the bad one. Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess we Rashida. They hit the one bad one. They're on 3 points. Could have if you res the Hagen and kept the AAL. Yeah, we could have res the Hagen for sure. It would have trashed the Rozeki. I'm not convinced how good the Rozeki's going to be. If they get an Amina down, we might be in a bad spot. Draw? Man, are we doing this that terribly? Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen any boomerangs out, which is why I want to keep 4 credits for this. Class Act is an annoying trigger when you have to wait for it, but I guess you have to do anyways. Okay, so that's something. If we put this around 4 points, everyone says draw. Oh man. So we could do install advance this, and then just biotic this one out for the win. I feel like that's fine. I don't know what else. Like, it might diversion us here, but I think we have everything in our hand we need to win. We just could lose to the turning wheel. And then, like, we don't care if they steal the Vacheron. Actually, we kind of do, because then we're really on the clock. Man, this is the government takeover. They steal this. You're sweating. Yeah, there's the Amina that we talked about. So that's a problem, because they can actually keep our credits down. Bravado, okay, we're just gonna res this and end the run. So we haven't seen a boomerang yet. If they boomerang, they can get through the Turing. Yeah, we're playing merger Aeons. I think Dope is saying draw and dump is totally fine, because even you can dump the red level clearances just to gain a credit, dump it, right? Like play it, gain 2, get a click. There's the boomerang. Okay. Yeah, that's the issue. So we could res this for 4, which is most of our money. Then they could break through it. We lose basically all our money, and they only spend 4, which we're not going to do that. I feel like I played against this exact as deck earlier today. All right. So Vacheron ability, sports medal, draw 2, gain 2. I feel like we need the money, but I feel like that's not fast. Wasn't that the point that we just said that we would draw 2? What are we doing? All right, so they're only on 2 points so far, 3 points, excuse me. But they will close the game out relatively quickly. We have 4 turns ish. So we could just like biotic out the mega pre-qualifier. That doesn't seem like the worst. But we really oh, that's interesting. Take that, boomerang. Does FA out of your 3-2s? Yeah, we don't have any so far. This is only a 3-1. If they rip one off of R&D or steal this one, then yeah. But yeah, we should be able to just to rip. So hey, Paragon, that's another credit saved from Az. So far they've saved 4 credits, I think. Not amazing. Please draw. Uh-oh. Turning wheel, building up counters. That's gonna be scary because they can try and close the game off. But Rashida's gonna be pretty good. In theory, we could like play around Falsified if we really wanted to, but they can't run this remote, so it seems okay. I just don't want to score this, right? Like scoring this doesn't help us too much. Okay, well, ooh, lateral growth, that's a fun card. All right, they only have 3 cards in hand, 19 credits, so I think we can just lateral growth down to Mega Pre. We also have an Archive Memories, which gets us red level clearance if we really need to. Oh, this is clumsy. We're going to be on 4 points and 5, 6 points. All right, well, I like the first, Audacity the second. I feel like we can score out on the table. Feed him the other Mega Pre? Yeah, we could have just put it on the table as well. Oh, wow. That's fine. It's basically the same thing, right? They had all their breakers. They had them. I guess Class Act helps. Or res the vanilla. That cost them some money. 2 credits to get through. Do we have sentries? Yeah, we do have guard, actually. Guard, boomerang doesn't bypass. Seems like it should. Doesn't it? Breaks. It's a lot better. Just pay a credit. Oh, excuse me. I'm missing the prompts. Not a good idea to give a mega when they win in 2 turns. They don't win in 2 turns. Oh, you're right. They win in 2 turns. Yeah, okay. It's going to be a problem anyways. We have to draw really perfectly here. We basically need to draw an agenda off of the score of this. And we can do it. Like, we can definitely do it. We're going to be really on the clock, though. right? Like now they're on game point once this ticks out. So we basically biotic this out, draw 2 cards. Yes, we need an agenda. Okay, nothing. We biotic this out and then draw 2 more. And then we audacity out the last one. Draw when they steal. Yeah, that one I believe in. I believe in that one. Class act firing it again. There, okay. So we're just gonna put this in server 1. We'll biotic, and we'll advance this one 3 times. I think we'll take the the credits don't matter. I don't think anything matters. I don't think we want to put more agendas in hand, so we'll just gain 2 credits. And we'll throw out, I don't know. And they basically have to steal this agenda or another, or like 3 points this turn. We're gonna win on 1 turn. We can only hope. If they steal us Vitruvius, we have to top deck the Vitruvius. So maybe actually drawing was worth it, because we could get 2 Vitruviuses in here. But them running R&D is good for us. They can be able to turning wheel counters though and flush HQ, and we can't stop them. Afshar is pretty good against Amina though. We won't lose all our credits and they still pay 4. We won't lose a credit, excuse me. All right, so they can break this for 2. They won't break all subs. We actually can res the Hagen. Wait, I think the Hagen's a really poor res. So the Hagen we res for 4, giving us 2 credits. No, we have to play around diversion. I mean, we only need 1 card to score, so I don't think we can res this. Otherwise, they could doof us. If they doof us, they win. Thinking, wait. If we res this, we're down onto 2 credits. If they doof us, we'll have no money. So we could do credit, red level clearance now. I'm just gonna let them go through. They can see 2 cards here if they want. Obviously, we need to protect their Vitruvius. Audacity, that's scary for them to see. And they got turning wheel. Oh, they didn't even access multiple cards with turning wheel. That's weird. Maybe they'll try and just see more in R&D. Maybe they just want to run R&D 3 times. Oh, wow, we win. Oh, okay. All right. Got it. 1 turn, good. Thank you, Vacheron. And again, if this was a 2-pointer, like, obviously a totally different game. Oh, wow. That kind of helps, I guess. Yeah, I think they definitely should have multi-access. They saw the audacity that turn. They needed to figure out how to not lose. Woo! 1 credit. Vacheron broken. Yeah, it's really good in a fast advance deck, right? It's like, how many turns was it? We didn't play as aggressively as we could have. This is turn 9, and when this is dead for like what, 3-4 turns, it's such a difference. I think you could have. I was very close. I thought you'd dump turning wheel on HQ that last turn. CTD, what up? You're doing the thing. Yo, how's it going? Thanks for the deck lists. Do you think this deck is particularly better positioned than Titan Transnational? I don't think we're drawing as aggressively, but I was really scared of like just diversion of funds boomerang. If we drew 2 instead of scoring the last turn, like instead of taking the 2 credits, we would have, it wouldn't changed anything. Oh, we also have violet level clearances, which is a heck of a lot of fun to play. 100% says CTC, better than Titan. That's wild. Thanks for the game, eh? Let's give it another shot. Howdy, what are you today? Today we're doing some testings. Continental start as soon as this weekend, technically Friday night if you're on the Western Hemisphere. So we're just trying to test some decks. These are CTZ's 2 decks. After that, we'll just try and try some good stuff and see what things look like, just to get a bit of like, you know, blood in the legs. If that's an expression. And then, yeah, just kind of goof around a bit, do some learnings. How you doing, Fad? We're a corp. We're a corp. Yeah, we thought it through. This is Metropole Grid, by the way. If you're just tuning in, how's it going? Had the pleasure of seeing a lot of new faces popping up here in chat and comments. Maybe you're just watching this VOD later. I highly recommend if you can make it to an alive thing like this, maybe. It's a really nice thing to say hi, meet some community people, ask some questions. It's a much easier way to get into the game and learn by asking questions. So highly recommend it if you can. Yo, what up? All right, we're against Haley. Haley can be packing that hot clot hate. This deck does not have Cyberdeck Spire Suite and Jeeves or any way to like purge with value. Our opening hand is pretty good. Opening Mega Pre, we just kind of want to feed that. So we could just like even install that naked, and I feel like we'd be pretty happy with that tempo. Pretty good. My wife and I bought a house. Oh, wow. Congrats. In this economy, when you're moving in. I think Close just got married either last year or this year. Congrats, that's really cool. Gotta get that good gaming table. 1 month rent back for the seller. I don't know what that means. Sounds good though. We'll keep this hand. Is this optimal house buying time or suboptimal? I have no idea. I imagine right now things are probably not selling well, and then eventually they'll come up. I'm not an econ guy, but I feel like it's an okay time. He says not knowing anything. Thanks, you too. All right. Okay, so I don't think we mind giving them the Mega Pre. I think icing up HQ is not that important. There's not that much pressure coming out from Shaper, at least turn 1. We have Biotic. We could score that out. I don't know. On the remote, do we want a Turing or we want a guard? I don't think there's any bypass abilities that we care about. This probably eats an early, what's it called? Palangi, something like that. I think we're fine if they steal this. I think we draw one, but then now doing it this click would look really stupid. So we won't. You can even score this. If this is scored, it gets its ability. So basically we can score this for 1 credit in a whole turn, or we can score this and to draw 2 cards, which seems okay. Drawing into an unaced HQ is a bit dodgy. Proco, that's a slower start. With the daily cast coming down with Haley's ability, that's pretty good. It's a slow start. Okay, so draw 2, gain 2. If we draw 2, we can probably bury this agenda, but it'll also attract more attention. That being said, they're going to be on 3 credits with Haley. They probably just want to set up. Outside of like Lamprey, we'll draw 2. Yeah, that turned out good. Always assert draw last click to assert dominance. Yeah, that's right. We did that and it was planned. Gatekeeper out early is good. Aesop's going to come down with another daily casts. Wow. I don't think we want to Audacity this while we have a Biotic in hand. We could actually just Biotic this thing out. I just don't think it's necessary. We can just go for the 2 ice remote and push 1. Wait, this is 7? I think we just click for credit here. That's awkward. Rongi says kind of both. Interest rates are crazy insane low, which drives housing prices up, but you get a super low rate on a mortgage. Cool. Biotic Audacity for the token? Really? You think that fast? Kyle, how's he going? That might be right? Like while they're not threatening Clot, just to get value from those cards? This seems like it's going to be a Tapworm, right? HQ run off a single after we jam? Oh no, a Notoriety. This looks like a Notoriety. Oh wow, Vacheron, Sports Metal, we'll take the money, I think. So who knows if this will matter. But it looks like they'll run Archives for Audacity. Not even. Oh wow, just poking for singles. Another Vacheron. So I don't know if the token's that important here. I think we just want to keep drawing through our deck. Yeah, okay. We'll go fast. We'll go as fast as we can. Again, with the Vacheron, you're really encouraged to go fast. Pawning off the daily cast is going to give them that credit boost. They're up on 18. Now, we haven't made them spend credits, but turn 4, 18 credits after installing, that much is pretty good. What have they played for economy outside of... Oh, double gamble. Okay, that'll do it. There is their Harbingers and the Palangi combo. So I imagine we're going to see Oilers coming down, contesting the remote pretty cheaply. Run HQ here. Access the Biotic Labor. So we could actually jam another Vacheron. We could also do like a triple ice remote, which seems okay. They're not really set up for a Hushik, so we're not worried about centrals. And we can make 3 types of ice on the remote into the Rashida, which will probably let us Biotic out a 3-2 or 3-1. Or there's no more 3-1s in the deck, is there? Jam? Oh, fuck. This is a deck where the delay in the chat is actually that impactful that we can't get the hot backseat playing. And I'm not complaining. Maybe Jam is correct. Install advance. Say go. What are you gonna do? Fast says I always feel weird when I throw out an archive memories. I always think I could just easily get the back the card I throw out now. Yeah, but that's too slow. We gotta go fast. He says, installing a Rashida. It's good if they steal. It's not bad if they steal. There's a Talut. Hey, Euler. Blackstone, maybe? Not Blackstone. Whatever the other one's called. Euler and Gauss. And we have an artist colony, which is also another way that they can pull out Claude at any instant, even sacrificing their Vacheron, which just goes into archives, which is not too bad. Oy vey, okay. Okay. Can we score this out? Do we biotic to score this thing? Maybe. So I wanted to keep enough money to res all this stuff. Only that was 7, so we probably should have just advanced that one more time. I don't think it was necessary to do all those tricks. They're on 28 credits though. And I don't know, Clot's gonna be an issue. I feel like that was nowhere near as aggressive as it could have been. Hey, Harbinger coming down, double install. There's the Oiler. This turn is 4 strength break code gates for cheap. Zavini, a brand new invention. Excuse me, continuing counterize. All right, it's a code gate. Continue to pass ice. So we could res the Gatekeeper, make them only spend 2 credits. Seems like a bad trade. So we're going to res the guard here. Now, they could Artist Colony away their agenda to get through here. Let's see if close values their 3-pointer. Something we could actually archive memories back if we really wanted to. Fire Unbroken, okay. Andre actually played AAL. That never happens. Tell me about it. Oh my god. So we could biotic this out, advance, which is fine because after that we're gonna win off of the Audacity, right? No shit. We're short 2 credits. Oh math. Oh math. Should we just giving it to them? Do we put another vanilla on there for 2 credits? That seems terrible too. Because they're just gonna install their Fractor this turn. Oh, we've gotten ourselves into a real pickle. Do we Audacity this thing out? Advance. I think so. I think we do Audacity it out. Hope you don't draw agendas, my friend. Okay, let's go. We are on game point. We have 1 more Biotic, 1 more Audacity, 1 more Echo Chamber, Advanced Assembly Lines, room 1, 2 more red level clearances beside the one in our hand. Use archives to get Biotic if you need them. Yeah, I think that's fair. They haven't shown any R&D pressure, so like getting R&D locked is not so bad right now, and they know they have time to set up. They're also not running HQ. In theory, we could threaten the win here. No, I think it's pretty unlikely. No one home? That doesn't matter. That's just pawn shop. They know that. Don't they don't know we have this. We have a merger. Hold on. We have a merger. Merger in the remote, not particularly compelling. Just gonna start drawing 2. Gain 2. Okay. We are short some credits, not anymore. Okay, they still have the threat of Clot. Now, I think this deck does have Clot. Be cool. I think this deck, probably Shaper deck, could still run Clot. They'd have to sacrifice the 3-pointer unless they put a self-modifying code on the table. Haven't seen an SMC so far all game. But Biotic out into that sweet 3-2-3-3. I'm gonna res the vanilla here. I don't think it costs us anything. This kind of shows what they need if they want to, like, what's it called? I guess Hushikas. That's not really looking like a thing. They're just gonna fire the subroutines. I want to keep that Pelongi, it seems, for the remote. I thought they would Pelongi that and then just, like, you know, pawn it and then bring it back later. Also, this deck could easily be on a 1 of notoriety. It seems like some hot stuff here. Another single access merger. Shit. All right. So now we're going to lose the game if they have access to Clot. We can do install advance and then wait. Right? Because they have to Clot here off of the Audacity threat. We don't have to Biotic yet. They'd have to do it now, which gives us a click to react. Oh, I don't think they have it. No? Oh, wow. Damn, we're good. Too fast. Quite fast. No quad in there, huh? That's good to know. That's important to know. That's Continental's learning. Where does that influence go? Probably should artist calling the Vastron. I think so. It just goes to archives, right? Someone fire from there. Yeah, I think they should definitely have artist calling it out of that Vastron to get the cloth thread. It looks like they had no cloth. Oh, so they meant when running through the vanilla or the guard just to get their Eco down or nanotech or whatever their killer is. Because yeah, it just goes to archives, and this ability doesn't fire from archives, which is a good thing to learn when you're on stream. Where's the influence? Where's the influence? See, deck can't lose. So what is their influence? Like they have the progenitor slash cash influence. That's 3 down. Probably 2 to 3 stamaks. That's 4 or 5. A single known home 6. Okay, wait. We have a list. That's very kind. A diesel harmony. There is actually 2 Hushik. Oh, they have heartbeat. Okay, that's gonna be 3 influence out of nowhere. 3 harbinger. Yeah. Oh, paperclip's another 3. That's actually worth noting that probably most shapers are running paperclipped, considering how bad fractors are in faction. But on top of that, how good paperclip is with Palangi. It's just goofy strong. Heartbeat close as a legend. Tell me about it. Coca-Cola. This is a tech card. That's a hot list. I like this list. I really do. Single caddy is fun. Triple fan site. Hunting grounds. That's pretty good. Not that they have an AI, but it still does a lot against Data Raven. And I guess slot machine. Single Rozeki. They didn't need the money, but they weren't really spending it. But that's fun. Triple Palangi. What does it mean? My God. Single heartbeat. Again, Shaper consoles. Let alone this is a good tech card. Really hard to die when you can just wipe your board. And Harmony AR Therapy. Good for Hushiks. Brings back no one homes if you want to. I think my 419 and Hoshiko are better, but this is a fun deck. It looks fun. It's worth noting, so if you don't know, Crit brought Heartbeat almost to win Worlds. A very similar idea of a deck, a Haley Aesop's Pawn Shop deck with Heartbeat in it as a tech card. So many people back then were scrambling to figure out how to get around brain rewiring combo kill. And everybody was playing all these weird cards. And then Crit was saying, like, you know what? I'll just play Heartbeat and Shaper. And it was absolutely amazing. Almost won the tournament. Oh, yeah. Wow. No self-modifying code. That's pretty wild, isn't it? 3 heartbeats is excessive? No, this only has a 1 in it. You definitely don't want a 3. Demiurge, how's it going, by the way? Usually the fan sites are fine with that SMC. Yeah, it's 1 heartbeat, just 3 pips on it. Yeah, the numbers are before. It's definitely a bit confusing. I had to see how many Hushiks there were, and then you just look from the top. Wait, artist colony forfeits or removes it from the game? Oh yeah, wait, I definitely should have known that. Yeah, it doesn't trash it, it forfeits it, so it's out of the game. It doesn't go to archives. So no, okay. So forfeiting that is a legitimately high cost. But I think if they can camp the remote, we can't win. So the 2MU is clunky. I'm only running heartbeat, so I cut it. Wild. That's neat. That's wild. Yeah, Artist Colony Brick, how's it going? Does RPG. Simon says Frank Feta. Artist Colony does not put agendas in archives. Yes, that's totally true. It forfeits it, so they're out of the game. That's obviously really important. I don't think the interaction I'm thinking of is when Film Critic has a hosted agenda and that gets trashed. The agenda goes to archives. Forfeit removes it from the game. You won't be interacting with it. I do think trading agendas for agendas does advance your game plan, though. Yeah, it stops us from winning. It's definitely really important. I feel like there's less clot around these days. There might actually be less clot. And if that's the case, fast advance is good. I'll let you play against the Control deck, though. Oh, this easily could have been. Your deck could have been. Could be. Cheers, though. Catch your end. Thanks for the game. All right, what's good, y'all? It's 10:16. We got another good hour and a bit left in us. Let's play some good Continental's decks. It's going to be some of the more safer stuff that you're probably not excited to see, but I just want to see what things look like, what things play like. Does anybody have a good Val or 419 list? Everyone's really excited, right? 3 Palangi for Paperclip breaks everything. Yeah, it's so good. Trading a 1 counter Vacheron for a 4 counter Vacheron is rough, though. If it stops us from scoring a Vacheron, though, I think you have to do it. Is there something you want to test? I have an APOC list for you. I feel like we played APOC a couple weeks ago, and APOC I think doesn't play any differently than, like, it doesn't play that much differently from the changes in the list. I'm more interested to see like how I think Val and modern 419 looks. Not that that changed too much. What does 419 gain? Maybe Ngolo, maybe Paperclip. I have a Val list I'm playing for Continentals on the weekend. I don't know if you want to spoil it. Jankovic is a 419. Uh-oh, I do. Oh no. Okay, we can just see what we have on here. RC has some decks. CTM. It's a pink CTM, so this is the one with purple cards in it. I do like playing a CTM. Bellona Beal remastered. This is a fast advance one, right? No, it's not even. Okay, Jankovic shared something. 419 EU? Yo, 419 can be fun. Fun 19. That's what all the kids are calling it. Swelling all jank sweet tech since it's not a contender. Oh no. It's basically Brongy Doge's list with 2 changes. Okay, so this is Worm Zeggy. So I'm excited to play Tapworm, Pad Tap in the same deck. This is a good place to start to see what kind of economic pressure. So Triple Mining Accident. I've seen lists like this from Rob, who's playing these classically. Grown Calf. We got Amakua. That's largely the only change. We're not even spending a single influence more for Paperclip. Can anyone defend that? Is the influence that tight? Is the third Deuces Wild more important than Paperclip? Tapworm is a juicy card. I'm surprised I haven't seen them more. Yeah, I actually haven't seen a lot of it, but every game I played against it, it's been frustrating. And I think 419 is one of the runners that makes the best use of it because they want to keep your economy down and slow you down. I think Mockler over Corroder to give you Stimhack and Hunting Grounds. Oh, really? Yeah, Rongi says credit with credit's due. It's Rob's list. Okay, cool. By the way, gain on your microphone is crazy low. If you turn your head away from the mic, like 50% volume drop. The gain on the mic is actually pretty high right now. That's actually just kind of the microphone, but I'll keep that in mind. And another thing is we have RTX voice on, so as soon as the voice becomes non-prominent, it might try and get rid of it. So I'll just try and keep it to the microphone. Thank you, though. Coca-Cola says 100% would cut Paperclip into Corroder. Disperse, you never want to spend 5 to install Mockler, though. Yeah, you really never do. It actually isn't terrible with bad pub. Jacob says like whatever you make on Stimhack, you lose more on Mockler, I feel. How good is running on Amakua? That's something that like I'm not sold on. Now, obviously 419 plays Amakua. I think there's no questions asked. And then you want Diversion and Deuce and Falsified, or Deuce and Falsified specifically. I think we'll just play this as is. Maybe we need to try a deck with Clot. Yeah, I think 419 might not be the weakest to fast events because they do have aggression. The one thing I don't like about this list is that its influence isn't spent on game-ending multi-axis. Like, while we have Turning Wheel, it's a bit slow. And I feel like this meta... Okay, I can't say too much about what this meta values, but I always love playing 419 decks that can get the runner into an uncomfortable, or the corp into an uncomfortable spot. Then they can drop Stargate and close the game. It's a lot harder because their MU is being used up by a lot of other stuff like Rozeki and Tapworm, but I do very much value that sort of like heavy end game-esque multi-axis when I'm playing a criminal that can get the corp off their feet. If you're just trying to capitalize off their feet with Turning Wheel, you can get kind of far, but I don't know, it doesn't feel as good. Here's a different one. Okay. Crit, yo, what up? Legwork is really good in these decks. Yeah, that's true. We don't have a legwork. Everything's good with bad pub. Okay, let's check this out. I tried 1x legwork in this. It didn't feel like did much. Okay. Let me see. This is Regas Annie 419 V2. Okay, so this one's a bit different. We're dropping the Rozekis. We have Anakam. That's where the Ani is coming from. What else we got? We got a single Miss Bones, which is meant to be tech against acid spam, but as a 1-of, I find it to be so inconsistent. Single Turning Wheel. We got the Stargate in there. Otherwise, what's changed? Not too much. We have Dirty Laundries. That's fun. 2 dirties, 1 fewer Amakua, Stargate Tapworm. Should we just combine? Where's the influence? Oh, it's all Mining Accident. Okay, we'll try the bad pub version first, and then we'll try the other one maybe. I try with the Mining Accident. I really think Paperclip is worth extra influence. Yeah, so we want to figure out how regularly we can fire Mining Accident. Obviously, if you can't fire it, it's so much of your economy down the drain. Anakam is also pretty sweet. The damage doesn't matter too much. It helps against Punitive if you have big hand size, but it's just card draw, which is cute. Coca-Cola also posted a list. It's a Shaper list. Dirty Laundry, Stimhack, Memchip, and Golo. I think that's probably a Haley list. I've been spending influence on R&D interface and Crim, says Vincent. I think that's like not the worst. I feel like that's particularly good, maybe specifically in Leela, because you want to get that pressure on the turns that matters. Reg 419 mining 419. Thank you for being default. There's a cool feature, compare lists. Wait, actually? Wait, for real? How do you compare lists? Come on, how do you do that? I think -1 deuces to fit in paperclip is probably right. You have one more card slot to play with. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, that sounds, yeah, let's do that. How do you compare lists? So we'll edit, we'll get in the paperclip, we'll lose the deuces, we'll play paperclip. This gives us one more slot, so we can play one neutral card. We can play Dirty Laundry. Paul Up is a hot tech card. Dirty Laundry seems fine. Drop down menu and NDB with your own deck list. Oh, on your own deck list. Interesting. We also could play Embezzle if there's really strong things we want to play around. Dirty Laundry is probably fine. Oh, legwork. Yeah, we said we try legwork. Yeah, legwork seems fine. Let's do legwork. Cool. Now, Deuces Wild, for what it's worth, is really good in this deck, specifically if you're relying on Amakua. So cutting the third Deuces Wild might have more impact than in just like a Valencia deck that's just like, oh, this is a good draw card or a good enough draw card accurately. Like the expose on Deuces is very valuable in a deck that runs 419, runs Amakua. The fact that we're not running Hunting Grounds and we have Amakua into IP block seems like a nightmare. Admittedly, we do have a single copy of Citadel, but like action menus on deck page. I feel like I'm missing something very obvious. We'll get back to that. Diomedes. Let's do some mining. Hear me out, the real tech is drive-by. Ooh, Sports Metal probably is the fast advance deck. Hey, this is where Stargate gets good. Thanks, you too. So we're gonna play like this is the deck that we just played. Our opening hand, we have Amakua as a good card, Turning Wheel is a good card, Gamble, and Paperclip. The No One Home is the only dead draw here. Early Mining Accident will go pretty far, but we don't have it. We have also no card draw. But I feel like we just drop Turtle and then Gamble, and then Turning Wheel, we can just start going ham. Undergrounds is good, but I'm always like, man, I'll deal with whatever. It's so hard if you're relying on Amakua to get through IP blocks. It's just like so backbreaking. Especially when you're already really good at dealing with IP block with 419, right? All right, 419, what is this? They prevented it. So worst case Hagen. I guess we'll put down Turning Wheel. I don't know if what we're scared of. Like, we can't punitive to Harding News. The future is now. Okay, so it's a different list. This looks like a combo list. We'll steal that. They can draw 2 cards or gain 2 credits. We're not going to get an Amatua counter or the Turning Wheel counter. The Turning Wheel actually might have been a bit preemptive on the basis that we only have 4 credits now, and there's not a lot we can do with 4 credits. Like, we have to basically draw into Dirty Laundry, which we don't have. We can't play Gamble. We only have 2 of them. If we play Classic, we're down at 0. Like, it's not the best. Yeah, it looks like a Game Chamber list, Fadge. I think you're right. Like Jeeves, calibration testing, that sort of shtick. So what are we scared of? Gatekeepers. We're scared of Gatekeeper. We're scared of Hagen. Boomerang into Diversion would be pretty hot. We could always falsified this. I think it's an acid, right? Probably Rashida. It's a Vitruvius. Oh, that's very bad. At least we got an Amakua counter. And we're further away. Man, if we had that money, that'd be good. Quick idea to get the 419 ability to go automatically. I don't like doing that because then I don't read the chat log. But you are totally right. You can automate that, but I don't mind clicking on it every time because then I pay attention. Okay, I feel like we have to be really aggressive. Hagen is a 4-credit res, but I think we need to get Boomerang into to Gamble. The problem is we're gonna have to click 2. Oh man, we have to click 2 into Gamble. And I don't think we can class act without playing Gamble first. So next turn will be Gamble into class act. Then we have to get some aggression on. I think if we lose this Amakua to a Hagen and they dump down to 2 credits, we'll be fine. I always wonder if Embezzle is the true Crim answer to FA since they can kill combo pieces. Yeah, you can. And it's not a bad card in other matchups for sure. It's just not the easiest. Like, do we have the time to let another agenda go through if we do like gamble class act? It's so rough. Gamble with diversion, now you can get past Hagen. That's true. Yeah, I think that's probably worth it. Gatekeeper could be bad here. And then Alaska can always class act, especially if this is successful, or we can contest the remote. I didn't realize they put 2 cards in there. They can pre-res some of these to duck it. It's just probably like a break or bait grid into Kali testing or literally any asset. Free res Rashida, I don't know. It's a vanilla. Oh, wow. What a good day. So now they're on 12 credits. They can still res Hagen. We'll try server 1, and next turn we can diversion them again. We also could have installed Class Act here. They can res Gatekeeper. They'll go down to 1 credit. It's a wraparound. Okay, another 1 credit break. As long as we install the Paperclip. So Arella Salvatore. We don't want to trash that just yet. On top of a Tranquility home grid. I think you need to trash this. This is like the majority of their econ. I think not trashing that's always a mistake. Remember this day when you face check an announce HQ next time? Oh, it's going to be a next diamond. It's always a next diamond. All right, so this is a time where it's a bit harder for them to pay the credit tax cost. Tranquility Home Grid, for those who don't know, it's a newer card. It's in a Tranquility Home Grid again in there. They could res for 3 credits, ducking the diversion. So that seems pretty rough. Man, and where did our money go? Ugh. Like, we want to like Bravado HQ. Mining Accent would also go really far here because we can just slam HQ over and over again for free. I think we just credit, play Class Act, as bad as that is. Because if they get money next turn off of this, then we can actually get into it. We also drew, which is like really bad. We should have clicked for a credit because drawing there was pretty rubbish. Ooh, Rozeki and Pad Tap are pretty good. Playable. Paragon also can get us up to speed. But we definitely wanted a credit there, so we have more credits coming into this turn, and we would have got the filtered Class Act draw instead of drawing the Amina, which is not particularly good right now. All right, they're drawing up. There you go, the Tranquility home grid. So that's going to get them some credits into this remote. Again, this remote is not very safe. So we can always run it for 1 credit. Hopefully mining accent free too. And also they have to pay the credit to non-expose the card. Otherwise that Amaku is going to get up to size. Yeah, what is that? Prevented. They're up on 4 and they iced it up. So we could just diversion here. We could just divert. If they divert, they probably res their stuff. If they res their stuff, I think we play Pad Tap first because then they gain 2 off of an agenda steal. Yeah, we'll do it. Not amazing. Oh, wait, where the fuck? Wait. Hold on. It costs 1 to play. Makes it a bit worse. Oh, this is a mess. Oh, whatever. They have Arella? Yeah, they can duck Arella. That's fine. Like, they'll be on 0 to 1 credit. So we're through. Let's see if they pre-res out of this. Yeah, access server. Space so they can pre-res if they want. So there's a Rella res. They're on 1 credit. Do we take their 1 credit away to gain 1 credit, or we can access cards? Honestly, gaining 1 credit doesn't sound terrible. And if they install into there, we'll probably get Pad Tap money. I think we do the diversion. If we steal an agenda there, like, they'll probably gain 2 and then we gain 1. It's not the worst. That was the point of the diversion, to keep them down here. And like, they either have to install an upgrade here or over install if there's an agenda or an asset already in there, which is fine. Rashida would have been bad. Hey, Nanako. There you go, clicking for 3. We bought ourselves a turn. Does this deck have Tapworm? It's not going to be particularly good. They're on 3 credits. We can check this. It looks like it's something that they weren't able to res or care to res, so it looks like an agenda. Gatekeeper, they have the credits for. This is a bit of a bummer. Nothing we can do on 1 credit. Like, going low here is such a bummer. We don't even have dirty laundry to dig out. I feel like we did this to ourselves. We also can't keep him down. Like we don't have corporate grant anymore. I don't know. Like triple credit Rizeki feels so slow. I appreciate that you have typed out and ready to send. Oh wow. Whoops. Like that feels so bad. We're also missing out on our class act draw. So maybe we just do draw once and then credit and install the Rizeki. We want to get a pad tap here. Legwork falsified. Oh, falsified is not bad. Legwork is probably pretty good as well. Falsified could call this, again, it's a 50-50. This is more likely to be an agenda, right? We need to land this. If we don't land this, it's disastrous. Chat, what do you think this is? It has to be an agenda, right? Because they didn't pre-res it, unless it costs more than 1 credit, which what it would be. Kali testing, they would couldn't res. Everyone's saying agenda. Okay, I believe in y'all. It's a Hyperloop extension. I think we're okay with them scoring that. That's better for us than anything else. Okay. Next turn, we can just do Paragon, run HQ, especially if they score. We'll get pad tap. We're in an okay spot. Advance, advance, advance. Score Hyperloop, going to give them 3 to 5 credits based on how they play it. We're going to get our pad tap credit. Nanako's down there scratching her cardboard triangle. Oh yeah, of course, Arella. I totally forgot. Oh, and they make more money back. Oh no, that snowball's real bad. Oh wait, that's really bad. Arella's a problem. Forgot about that part of it. So diversion here would be pretty sweet. We could also just run Hive Mind, Hyperloop. Have we been calling this Hive Mind? Uh-oh. We can always just run this. This doesn't have to be an agenda. It's just any card installed with an advancement token on it. The chance of us not getting through this, I don't know what it is. We're on 3 counters. Hagen would be breakable. Yeah, we could just probably run it. Fairchild 3 is breakable. I think Gatekeeper is the only thing we're worried about. And then we have to run like Archives 3 times, run this remote. Draw for Boomerang. If we draw for Boomerang, we can't do the Archives 3x run the remote. I feel like we can just do Archives 3x run this. Yeah, Gatekeeper would not be great. I think we're just going to run Archives 3 times. Oh, never mind. Well, that's not going to work. We're only going to get this up to 4 strength now. So now we can draw for Boomerang. Pad tap, gained us a credit. They're going to gain 2. We'll draw for Boomerang. Bravado, Mining Accident. I feel like Mining Accident might be a bit too slow. We can just Bravado this remote. We'll be on 4 credits. YOLO. We could have credited up once. I don't know what 4 to 5 breakpoint's going to do here. We can't break code gates. We can break Hagen. Oh, there's a chance we can't break Hagen into Wrap Around. I didn't do that. I didn't do the math. Oh, it's Enigma. Okay, well. Oh, we can break this. We're good. Running last click also would have saved us 2 credits. Well, we can click for credit. I mean, like, we didn't have to break this last subroutine. This we can break for 1. Oh, excuse me. Continue to counterize. Unfortunately, we can't trash anything besides Rashida, which is not unlikely to be. You only run once? Sorry? It's Vitruvius. That's a huge steal. If they draw 2 cards or gain 2 credits, if they gain 2 credits, we won't get our sports medal money, and we can't trash any of this stuff. We still technically have to access it. I'm just going to skip that step. We did draw. Mining Accident makes it free, though. Well, we paid 2 credits for it. But yeah, Mining Accident wouldn't have been the worst. We can just bounce HQ. Like, we're on 4 points. We could just bounce HQ, or we could pay 1 to go for single. I think we can pay 1 to go for single. We have to continue going aggressive, and if we don't get the single, we get an Amaku counter. It's a game changer. We'll definitely trash that. That's a huge trash. Trasharella, we only had 1 credit. She's like 5 to trash. We don't get the Bravado money until the run is over, if I'm not mistaken. 1 second. Hey, Nana. I don't know how to hold a cat. If this is wrong, please tell me. But she's pretty cool with this. She only looks a bit upset. I'm going to put her down now. She's a good cat. Okay, what do they do? Draw, and ice up this, paying 3 credits to prevent expose after they install as well. Okay, feels like a good time to get down Paragon, and we can run HQ. This is a lot, but then we have a big chance of drawing into better stuff. We don't know the top of the deck, do we? No, we'll run HQ for single. Look at the kidder. Yo, Mertzka, what's up? This is good, bound, and reliable. Yeah, it kind of is. But it lets you interact with things that normally corps don't expect you to, which is nice. The way to hold a Kaz, not to hold it, but to let it sit where it wants, it would be always in a different spot. Okay, Paragon, that's free now. Add Paragon to the bottom stack. That's huge. It's another vanilla. Okay, we got a turning wheel counter and a counter. So now we can do double draw. It's a sure gamble or a tapworm. Tapworm seems pretty bad in this matchup. Now, awkward thing about sure gamble, if we click for a credit here, we can just do it next turn for free with sure gamble, with Rizeki. So we could just go HQ or probably just bounce. I think we just bounce HQ, right? Yeah, just get a turning wheel. Did you just now get a cat? No, it's my girlfriend's cat. It's lived here now for 3-4 months. Prompt can be skipped by clicking 419. Never. And the chance of us getting to this remote seems pretty high. The only thing we can't deal with specifically is Turing? Which if they res Turing for 4, we're fine, I think. Okay, so Gatekeeper is the issue. So we could do Gamble, Archives, run server 1. I think that seems reasonable. I don't know what else we can't break here. Yo, Jogging, how's it going? Pat tap to the bottom of the stack. What's better than Pat tap here? Like, Pat tap is definitely not... it's not bad, but like I feel like we want boomerangs. Bravado would be pretty good. Yeah, we'll add it. I don't know what else we want, but I feel like 6 strength is enough. This could be a Cyberdex Virus Suite into some bad eyes. I don't know what it could be. Wanton works better. Yeah, Wanton, though, it's just a lot of influence. And so now we actually could consider trashing it. Trashing either Tranquility or Arella. They're on Biotic Labor money. So now we only have to break one separate team. We don't have a click to lose. Could be border control. Oh, that's actually a really good point. I feel like Arella Salvatore decks, though, don't have the influence that for that sort of stuff. Like if they're on the Game Changer, Arella, Kali testing combo. But yeah, in theory, we could have respected border control, but there's no other way to respect both of them. Wow, Vitruvius. That's going to hopefully get us our pad tap. Do we actually trash Tranquility Home Grid? I feel like on 6 agenda points with the loaded turning wheel, we don't really need to. No, I kind of want our money. That might be a mistake. We'll learn. We'll learn. This is a good way to learn. But I feel like now we can just run HQ, run R&D, see 4 cards. Yeah, and then probably close the game out. They didn't res here. And maybe it is a gatekeeper, so they don't want to res, so later on after they purge, if they have the time to purge, that this will be a 6 strength, which will be a problem. Amina is so unaffordable right now. And like, it's really hard. We don't have a lot of burst economy outside of gambles. Bravadoing the remote would have been sweet. All right, another card. They get 2 credits. That can be the credits they need to hold down 419. Tranquility Grid, hitting our pad tap. And remotes for days. Run HQ like 3 times? Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't know what this is. Could be actually be a Cyberdex Virus Suite. We know in hand they have a vanilla. So this is free at least. Because of the Paragon. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna win. There's a vanilla, okay. So now we could run twice, we could bounce twice more. I don't know, do we just check these? I feel like we could check these. Like, what burns us? It's only CVS, but they can res CVS regardless. They also could combo at this turn. The thing is, like, if we run HQ twice more, we can maybe get more turning wheel counters. Yeah, okay. Well, now we have to commit to doing it twice. Doing it once is, like, kind of half-ass. Check? Jogging says check. There's a gatekeeper. Then glory? Okay, well, now our glory is an odd number, which is pretty rough. We can check one of these. There's a chance that we could lose this turn. That's an Arella. That's not good. And then we'll just run R&D. 9 tokens. I think we get through a lot of stuff. That Arella means that they're less likely to combo out. But like Game Changer is a hell of a card. So we're going to see 2. So we'll see 4 cards. Archive, assembly lines. Yeah, okay. Hagen, Mega Pre. Good game. Aggression. Had to get lucky there. They might have had a combo set up. That might have just been a desperation play. But seemed okay. Another really short game. Pretty fast events. Is this better than the CTZ fast events deck? Who knows? I don't know. But their remote just didn't hold up against Amakua on its own, which is pretty wild. Now, wraparound is good, but like, hey, we opened with both paperclip into Amakua, which is a perfect way to deal with wraparound. Otherwise, wraparound at 7 strength is absolutely abysmally oppressive. And a lot of criminal decks like this one aren't running special order. So we got very fortunate. We didn't see a single boomerang. This one actually been really hard to deal with. Draw something good, I think, into Archive on top, into Game Changer. Always a way out. As soon as you see the Game Changer. Yeah, it's really scary. I don't feel like I have a good enough knowledge on what Game Changer combos could be played if you don't know this is the card. And it would have given them an additional 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically 3 clicks. And so with a 6-click turn, they can score a 5-3 out of hand, which wouldn't have won them the game. But when you get the click compression like Aurelius Salvatore and then like team sponsorships, you can do absolutely absurd stuff. Oh, Gatekeeper on the remote. So it looks like this is the Gatekeeper we called around. 6 strength. Scary one. All right, cool. So we called that right. This was the Gatekeeper. So the triple run archives, check the remote. That was the winning play here. If Gatekeeper fires, not only does it end the run and they can score out their Vitruvius, but it's a pretty strong ability as well. So that's good. Okay, cool. Let's try the other version, Anacom. Not that one is a big sample size, but there's only so much time in the evening. So this is Regas Annie 419. This is Corrodor and Stargate. This is Deuces. You could do a paperclip. For what it's worth, Corrodor would have been better in that matchup. Corrodor would have been better in that matchup. We would have spent a click to install it, but we would have saved money. I guess we would have kind of constricted our hand. We wouldn't have been able to easily throw it out, but let's try this one. Turning Wheel Stargate. Okay. I think I have a couple like 419 Anacom lists actually already in here. Let's see what we can find. Percomus is 419. Yeah, this is like probably pretty close. This is obviously before ban list 2006, but it's probably very, very similar. Wow. Actually, I wonder how this one's different. Has everyone been finding Hernando Cortez in the modern meta? Oh, this is actually the rogue trading. Like this is a rogue trading list, so it's a bit different. It's more tag based. I think I like this economy engine a lot. Although it's a bit not click compressed, but like you have to spend a lot of clicks setting up rogue trading and Citadel, so this might be a bit worse. Yo, Rob, what's up? We're looking for the best 409? Yeah, kind of. I think we played a list that was inspired by your list. We just played this sort of Worms Eki list. Getting the paperclip installed when you hit the wrap was a game or seemed important. Yeah, it really did. And I don't know whether we would have installed it on a face check. And then you have to install it to worry about Hagen. And Hagen's still really expensive. That's a 46 card deck. Wait, is this? No. I don't know. I feel like I don't know whether the Anacom 419 lists are without the tag package, whether those are better or not. Like, how many slots are we trading away to not get rogue trading Citadel Sanctuary in there? And what do we get instead? Tapworm? Is Tapworm better than rogue trading? Rogue trading seems so absurdly good. And Citadel Sanctuary is just a pretty good card. Especially because I think people are going to be playing Dedication Ceremony onto CityWorks Project. Like, that seems really strong in Wayland, and this is one of the few answers to it. Trashing all your grip. Never mind, that's actually pretty bad. Too many good players are in favor of Anacom for me to ignore it, but I feel like it can't be right. Jenkins is saying rogue trading Citadel is too slow now. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. But like you saw today, everything we're playing has been super fast. We've been Titan, sports. I feel like we might have missed the list somewhere, but like it's been absolutely nuts. It's 3 sports, but we played 2 of them. Tapworm seems odd in an Econ Denial deck, or is that just me? Well, yeah, it's kind of like the best of both worlds. I see why it could like look counterintuitive, and I'd have to think about it a bit more, but you might be right. But it kind of puts you in this awkward situation. At the end of the day, if it gives you 1 credit a turn for 0 and an install, like it's fine. Okay, more fast stuff. At least we have Stargate in this matchup. Thanks, you too. Nice thing about 419 is you don't have to scroll down on the deck builder when choosing an ID. That's the best. That's why we also all play Acme, right? Okay. Corroder, good. Diversion, early good. Deuces, early fine. We can do a lot worse than this. This hand is definitely pretty good. I think the best thing we can look for is Stargate and an Embezzle if we had in the list, which we don't. We'll keep this. Yeah, Jenk says you can keep them both, get them both ways. I feel I could feel that. It's because the Econ denial decks need an out against decks that get rich. That's true, and I think I like Cortez for that as well. Oof. All right, we're off to the races. We have an early Corroder again. Could have been a paperclip to just throw it out in the bin. For most, everything's fast because runner econ's too much late game. I believe it. Let's see if they protect this ice. It's an Afshar, which means that we're going to need either an Amakua at 1, which is a lot easier than an Amina or a Boomerang to get through there, and too big to fail, giving us the bad pub up and early. Let's just set up. Draw 2, gain 3 seems fine. Wow, like I think we do put Amakua down. Do we put, like, how do we do it? We can't do Amakua, run archives. I just broke a nail. You can't do, like, this is where Dirty Laundry seems really good in this list, and I think this list has Dirty Laundry because it's an uncam list. But like the Dirty Laundry archives, Amakua, Dirty Laundry archives, Tapworm. I value getting the Amakua down. That encourages him to ice up archives. And we'll just run archives once, so at least we can threaten the diversion. I feel like that's our happy medium. Cool, we can divert next turn. Nana is right behind. You can't see Nana. She's here. She's just chilling on the ground. Nanako, classically, Nanako is the cat. Has been like very fond when Maddie and I lived in different places. She would watch the stream. Maddie would put the stream on, and Nanako would like sit there and watch the stream. I think she knew my voice. And we have anytime Maddie sent a photo to be like, you got to see this, is super cute. It would always be me on screen with Punitive Counter-Strike somewhere. Always Punitive Counter-Strike would show up somewhere on the screen. And so we're convinced that Nanako just adores that card specifically. So we got to build that good old puny cat deck. It's going to be 4 credits to divert them. Them not having money keeps them off of. It's not amazing. It keeps them off of like Biotic. I'm worried to some extent that they actually might be a hard-hitting news list because too big to fail turn 1 is weird. Kitty's a Wayland player confirmed. It could be. I don't think we need to divert this turn. Like what? They spent 8 because they're going to res their ice, so they're down on 4. We're going to spend 4, gain 5, so we're at 8. Actually, yeah, whatever, it's fine. 100% divert, says Rongi. Yeah, it's the fact that they have to res, and we have bad pub. No, it's way better than I thought it was. It's having Stargate versus Titan. I slot a rebirth for the Asa MU. Oh, what do you rebirth into? Yeah, this is what I don't like, giving the bad pub that early. It's like a bit weird. Like, I don't know. You don't need to do it, do you? Okay, they're 9. Now we in theory could play the Tapworm. For 4 credits, what can they res? Nothing too bad. We could go in for 2 credits on HQ. It's not amazing. I kind of think we'll on Turning Wheel of Stargate. We'll run R&D, I guess. We just want Turning Wheel tokens. And if they res a Hoardem here, like, it's not amazing. Putting down a Tapworm, though, isn't fantastic either. Oh, Leela. Yeah, Leela's good. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. If that hits a Corroder, we're in a really bad spot. Hit the Tapworm. That's fine. That's the worst card when they're on 1 credit. Sandstone. Okay, that's a problem. That means they have Cyberdex Fire Suites, which means they're pretty good at purging. There's actually probably a Cyberdex Fire Suite in archives. We can float the tag. He says confidently. Probably float the tag. Rebirth into Leela, I think, is really cool. I like that a lot. I think that's hot. Hot tech. I think that's hot. Yeah, I believe there's a Cyberdex in archives. Floating 1 tag's not bad here. We don't have resources. They're probably not enclosed. If they're on like Exchange or All Seeing Eye, they're not relevant. Okay. So we could drop down the Anacom, and then we could do Bravado, which means we get an Axis. We're going to gain 4 credits back, get a card draw, and before value HPT. Man, if the HPT are Corroder, it's going to be a hard matchup. Double HPT, also a possibility. I don't think they had money, though. So I thinking, I just need to math this out. So if we install the Anacom, we're on 6 credits. Then we Bravado, we're on 3 credits. It feels like that's enough. Die to Snare. Brain really doesn't like that tag, Scorch Earth and all. It's fine. Trying to convince myself at least it's less of an influence tax than Clot and Shaper. Leela, interesting. That's an Atlas. That's an Atlas. Hey, you make your calls, you draw your turning wheels. Oof, damn, he's good. Good stuff. So we can draw up now. Career Fair is not gonna be too good when we have a tag, but if they clear, like, they'll trash a turning wheel, but if they trash something else, like, it's fine, and we can draw up once again. Andre, you need to get some merch that says we died a snare. Yo, Philip, what's up? Yeah, it's true. Yeah, maybe we should. I need to worry more about the merch. I said I would get stuff up by Worlds, but now Worlds is digital, but I think I still need to follow that promise. I'd buy an Bean shirt. All right, they're up on the money. Hedge Fund. Again, 3 cards in Archives. Tapworm looking a bit better, but it just provokes the Purge, and if they have Sandstone, the Purge is probably not that far away. All right, I think we're just going to Class Act, Career Fair, clear the tag. We can't play this. Credit. We'll draw into Diversion. Damn. A hat is even better. Not a hat guy. It's a hard sell. Actually, in the winter, I am. Call them toques. Call them beanies. You can toss on the ground during a loss. Aw, beans. It needs a good hat with height. They can stomp on it. Draw, Hedge Fund. They're up at 13. Again, if this is a hard-hitting news deck, we do have to respect that credit differential. Economic warfare could come out of anywhere, and we haven't accessed enough cards. 419. That's the Sandstone. I'm pretty sure. Aw, beans of beanie, yeah. All right. So, I think we just gambled no matter what. The Sandstone. Oh, yeah, we draw a card. So good. Cast or Pad Tap? Pad Tap feels like, I don't know how many times it'll trigger. Cast just seems slower, but probably more money in the long run, and I don't think we're doing anything really now besides setting up. I think we'll put down the Corroder, just so that Sandstone isn't an issue. And, I don't know. Click for 1. Next turn we'll probably Deuces Wild here. I don't think we need a second Amkua. Beansy. So next turn we'll start with 8 credits. Again, if we do Deuces, we automatically draw a card after it finishes with Anakam. There's also a chance that we can run into Mouseless and invent something where we lose an event, and then so we can draw a card. They are doing nothing, but we did snipe the early Atlas, so HQ pressure seems pretty good. Just going in there for singles. Sandstone's also a fine face check once we get down our it's fine. It gets worse and worse and worse, and we get Turning Wheel. Preemptive. Oh wow. Okay, so they actually might have been throwing out agendas. I'm just really scared of a Cyberdex Fire Suite, which could be the final card. It looks like there was agendas in there from the start. That's a bummer. All right. We'll draw 2, which is draw 2. Okay, what do we want? Our Earthrise, Cast, or Diversion. Diversion seems pretty hot once we figure out what this is. Earthrise is probably not necessary once we have our Anakam up, and it's a bit slow. We'll gain 3. Falsified, not going to do much in this matchup. I don't think they're going to leave anything in the remote. We actually could consider running Archives and just getting down on Pad Tap. Yeah, there you go. There's the Sandstone. So this is going to be 5 strength and the run. I think we're just going to let all subs fire. They're down to 8 credits. I think we just bounce this bad boy again and again. That might provoke the Purge. If they provoke the Purge, we can run Archives, get down to Pad Tap. I feel like that's fine. We also know how much it costs to divert them, which is a good surprise. 8 credits means they can Biotic out an Atlas. That'll be all their money, though. We can't actually hit the bounce HQ button. We actually have to run HQ here. Other options to put down a daily cast, but I'm kind of worried about hard-hitting news. Their deck has been really weird. So I'm running into this. It lowers the strength every time we hit it. Here, what can we throw out? I don't think we need double Pad Tap or Tapworm because they're probably going to Purge at some point. And the second class actor is actually pretty good, especially because we have Career Fairs left in this deck. Yeah, we could play the cast. We definitely could, but then we'd be down at 4 credits, and they could Econ Warfare into something. No. Turn 6, no agenda scored. I guess you could say things are going pretty well for me. Falsified worst card? Yeah, for sure. Looks like they have the combo here. Oh yeah, we probably should have thrown Falsified out. I think you're all right. It's definitely worse than everything else. So they're going to do the combo, score new construction. That uses a bunch of their combo pieces. And they get an agenda on the table that does nothing. Here's a pretty okay time to divert. Man, if there's a CVS in archives, we're in such a bad spot. Nana's gone. Okay, I'm not gonna hit her with the chair. So we could divert here. This will go down to 3 strength, so that's 1, 2. This is 3, 4, 5, and they'll be on 0. I feel like that's fine. We also draw a card from it. Wait, do we even have enough money to do that? Okay, so this will be 3 strength, so that's 1, 2. We pay 1 for that, that's 3. This is 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's fine. They also probably have food in hand. Yeah, they might have cycled them into archives, but they probably have something in hand. We don't have a legwork in this list, I don't think. Yeah, we'll falsify them. Oh, shit, that's the wrong card. Man. Blue card person in hallway. That gets me every time. I do that a lot. I'm very happy to have the alternate art diversion. Oh, they also only have 3 cards in hand. You're right. We could just like dump Turning Wheel to see a couple more. Okay. Take all their money. We'll draw a card from Anakam. Bravado or Earthrise? We'll take the Bravado. Bravado's pretty nice. We can also just bounce this and flush. Do you want to flush all of HQ? How good is that? It's not bad. They have 0 credits, so we're not worried about hardening news. The Pat seems pretty bad. But like now this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 credits. So I think we could Bravado HQ. We could bounce once and then just see all their hand. Do you want to see all their hand? Turn to install Tapworm. I think we see all their hand. Or we can wait Bravado for next turn, just so we draw a card from it. Because I don't think we're going to play an event. I think that also seems okay. Do we need to see all their hand? I think we can just see all their hand next turn, so let's just bounce off of HQ. Bounce first, see whole hand. I think we can do that next turn. Like, what are they going to do? They can purge, that seems pretty bad, or they can click for 3. Oh, wait, no, that's not what we wanted. So if they don't purge here, we can just like bounce HQ, see everything with a Bravado run, which will draw us a card. It's probably fun. Purging seems bad. Install Tapworm. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna purge. I don't think it's a winning play. So it's like too big to fail or bust here, or click 3. Yeah, okay. So now we can to see their whole hand. It's 6 tokens. So we'll run HQ. Let all subs fire. But why would we install Tapworm? It does nothing. I think you're trolling. Don't die to snare. They don't have snare money. We're good. All right, I guess we're gonna use Amaku. It's a negative strength. That's possible. And we can see everything. Scape net. We gotta keep our trace money up, my friends. That thing actually trashes our turning wheel. That's good.